What time is it? Your show. Yeah, what time is it? Your show. Yeah, what time is it? Your show. Yeah, he's back from the dead. Your show. Putting it on the map, yeah. Saskatoon. Right next to New York. New York. Yeah, what show, yeah. Your show. What time is it? Your show. Yeah, time to talk some shit, yeah. Your show.
You've tuned in, yeah?
Yeah, von Maggie. Bark, bark, wolf, wolf, who wants a treat, yeah? Keep listening.
Hello and welcome to another week of Your Show, the only live show on YouTube in Saskatoon from 4 to 5 p.m. Monday to Friday, as well as the only show that comes up with fake categories and says we are number one in said category, including today, as we are the number one category in shows run by a dragon that was just at Uncle Mike's. Number one, baby. That'll all make sense later. We call that a Sylvester Stallone around here. Cliffhanger, great movie. Also, we love to show off Margaret, the mascot of the studio, the heartbeat of this entire family, so much so that she has her own camera. Let's see what's going on in Maggietown today. She better not be eating that dirt. Hey, are you eating dirt? We're on you. The camera's on you now. So if you start eating that dirt and Jake the Snake, oh boy. Hey, get out of there. Sorry. Maggie's been on a bit of a dirt kick lately with the snake plant over there, Jake the Snake. Hey, come on. Look at the camera. You're on the air, bud. Anyways, even on her back, she looks so cute, hey? The Maggie Cam for our best pals over at Pet Planet on 8th Street, your pet's natural grocer, Mike and Rochelle, along with Leroy, their beautiful dog, always there to make your day so much better as well. Halloween costumes, they got Halloween toys, and if you go after hours or on the weekends, you'll see Kirsten, Shar, and Chris, and they will also give you that same level of excellence you come to know and expect from our friends over at Pet Planet on 8th Street, your pet's natural grocer as well. Be on the lookout, as there is a video out there. Another adventure with Maggie as she went shopping for Halloween costumes and or toys, which we just talked about. Thank you to Mike and Rochelle and everyone over there. We love you guys. I really want to say we love this guy too. I know it's sort of a thing that we do where we're like, oh no, he's here, but we actually do love him, whether he likes it or not. People don't cheer for him though. It's Network Ryan.
I don't like it.
It's a great gimmick. Whoa, hey! I did this on purpose yesterday. What's that say?
Let's play what Gary did order last week.
Yeah, not a good speller.
I think I read it poorly.
Well, either way, I was sitting there saying, man, I've got the craziest thing going on. I was explaining to you earlier about those brownies.
Yes, sir.
I had a nice order.
Gary's special
if you
brownies.
will, to the point where I was like, I need to make sure we talk about this on the show on Monday. So I was hungry, as I tend to be on Saturday night, and I decided to order something, as I tend to do. And as I was scrolling, perusing, I like to go for the offers, because there's a good offer, you're not going to say no.
Yeah.
So there's a new business in town called, it's like Brownies by the Pound or something like that, Pound and Brownies, something sweet.
Poundies.
And they had a 2-for-1 going, a Captain Crunch and a birthday cake brownie. 1 pound, big old brownies. They come in these little things over there. And I'm like, well, I'm never going to be able to order this justifiably again because like $13 is kind of hard to get to when you're a broke person looking to eat a brownie. But if you're getting 2 for $13, hell yeah, we're doing it. So we order the brownies, and I know you're saying, oh, big deal, it's just like whatever. But on the app that we ordered on, they took full advantage of a guy who was medicated on a Saturday night looking for brownies. And sir, along the route of this brownie place, we may be able to stop by at other places. Would you be interested in, say, Firehouse Subs? Yeah.
And if you know Gary,
of course I am.
He likes a good submarine inside his body.
More than anything, dude. And this was there was the meatball sub, a classic meatball sub, but with pepperoni on it. It's like a pepperoni
man, this
meatball.
could get so dirty.
It was the best thing. And they have this garlic bread there too that you can get. It just comes as like 2 pieces of garlic bread. So we end up getting 4 pounds of brownies, 1 Firehouse pepperoni meatball sub, and a hit of garlic bread. And that was Saturday night. There was 2 more orders on it, but I just realized I'm going to sound like a real fatty if I go all of it.
Here's the thing, right? Like 4 poundies.
Said it.
And probably the equivalent of 18 inches of pepperoni and other various meats and salt.
And bread.
All inside your body, wherever it fits.
Yeah.
Was it worth it?
Every time.
And if any of
Every
these
single time.
wonderful places that
Yes.
you can eat this
So good.
wonderful food at wanted to have their product showcased on the Dufferin Avenue Media Network,
It's like I'm holding a sub right now.
where would they go to do that?
Oh, right there. DufferinAve.com will do great business with you. DufferinAve.com, we love you so much. Please help us help you.
You're the guy that claims that you have like performance anxiety.
Yeah.
But you're singing a Dufferin Ave jingle that you make up on the spot every day
Yeah.
to the internet.
Makes no sense, man.
And
Hey,
we're losing
come on.
clients because
Dragon's
of
on
it.
the ones and twos today. He's going to join us after
Oh,
we
man.
kick that work Ryan out of here.
Yeah, that's it. Not the reason I wanted to come on, though there are many, and I just told my son this the other day, Saskatoon per capita, the highest amount of restaurants, micro and nano breweries in the country.
But hell yeah, dude.
In the country. That, along with golf courses, is slowly what Saskatchewan is becoming known for. And if you are a micro or nano brewery, if you are a restaurant or a bar, like our friends over at Three Hall,
Ooh, I love Three Hall Public House.
and you want to be featured or advertised or whatever it is on the Dufferin Avenue Media Network, hit us up.
Very well said.
Yeah, that's not even what I came on to talk about.
No, that was all freestyle, ladies and gentlemen.
So I got a story.
Here we go.
It's going to be like 5 seconds.
Buckle up.
So I walk into the studio today.
Mhm.
And there's Dragoon and Gary
Mhm.
playing Nintendo.
Hey, and 64.
And I said, well, yeah. And I says to him, do you guys ever work? And they go, no.
What,
and
you
I
do?
Say, and I say, you freaking nerds. And what I wanted to come on and talk about was who is our definitive list? Like, we're going to make a tier list of everybody involved in the studio.
Yes.
Who's the biggest nerd? And I want to include as many people. Like, we got Uncle Brando, we got Uncle Mike, we've got Dragoon, we got LB, we got Noah, and he does like run world records, right?
And Noah's a world
But
record holder as well. A
because-
fellow world record holder.
Yeah.
Yes.
But because we don't discriminate at the Dufferin Avenue Media Network,
Dare I say we embrace?
we embrace. So people like Coach Mazer,
Yes.
he's got to be included in the nerdness, because we say one thing about baseball and he just dives into the comments to tell us how bad we are and how much we don't know about baseball.
Biggest sports nerd easily.
Oh yeah. So
Coach
does
number two.
where does he fall into the tier list of nerdness? Like,
Wow.
is he top tier nerd?
Sports, yes. Everything else, no.
Yes, but we're looking at absolute values.
Ooh,
Right?
then he's right up there.
Right?
He's got a
So
lot of
I
value.
like to play Magic the Gathering cards and read Lord of the Rings like 3 times a year.
He's not joking. That's
Yeah,
true.
I only read it 2 times this year.
Lame.
I know. I must be losing my.
Well, you don't
nerdness.
got a couple more weeks to do it one more time?
Yeah, it's only 1,200 pages.
Oh man! But it's not. But again, time goes by when you're having fun, right?
Oh,
Because I
yeah.
know you love that book.
Very much so. So okay, if me and Uncle Brando and I, that is,
Yeah.
like Magic the Gathering, he collects Transformers and
More than meets the eye.
archaic video games. Like, he's got a video game collection.
Brash Taunters.
He does like a good Brash Taunter. That's his favorite Magic card. We got LB and his dad.
Yeah, that
LB
man.
built his own canoe. That's what frickin' nerds do. Oh, or Bushmen, but he's not.
He also built this whole studio.
Oh my God, what a frickin' nerd! Right? Okay, I'm gonna put him.
He's
as
got to
of
be
right
number
now.
one. He's got to be number one.
No, I think Uncle Brando's number 1 right now. Guy has
Only
a Transformer collection.
Only because of years.
Okay,
I'm going to say because
yeah.
he's had the years to put in the
He's
work.
got the reps in. Yeah, Uncle Brando,
Yeah.
born in '92, BC.
I was going to say
Yeah,
18.
frickin' old. Okay, so
That-
Uncle Brando 1, LB
Sidewalk
2.
Slam was full of old man Brando jokes. by
Old
the way.
man
It's-
Brando
I
jokes.
love everyone calls him old.
Okay, where are we gonna put Dragoon? Guy has framed Lego minifigures in his house.
How many Lego figures do you have, Dragon? Over 400 Lego figures.
Okay, so where does that rank him all time amongst damn nerds? Two. I think that you're above Adam. Like, you wear frickin' glasses. I went there. I do too.
This is why we got to move that mic. I need this guy on a mic.
yeah.
It's on our list.
Yeah, it's on our list, everybody. Okay, so Brando number 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he only watches WWF, and I say F,
Mhm.
reruns from Monday Night Raw, like
He did the
circa
entire thing.
91 to 93. That's all he watches.
And he did it
While
like
he's
every day.
While he's stroking Megatron and like polishing up
Yes,
his vintage
yes.
frickin' Sega Saturn. Okay, that's Uncle Brando.
Those are all true.
Yeah, I know. And then there's Dragoon is number 2 as he's like spit shining the face of some frickin' Lego minifig, and he's like building another Star Wars minifig with his other hand, wax on, wax
My
off
pretty,
style.
you'll be next. Oh,
Princess Leia, yeah, with the little buns on her hair.
Hmm.
Okay, so then Adam's number 3 so far. And
Interesting.
I think that Adam is a bigger nerd than you.
Oh yeah.
Though you do have a Nintendo speedrun world record.
My nerdiness.
You're the best nerd in the world at one particularly very specific thing.
Only because 3 other people tried. I was the 4th guy.
3 other people tried it. 3 of them were me.
He's got a Minecraft world record.
You got a Minecraft world record? Okay, you just moved up to... you and Uncle Brando, same tier, I think. We're
Dude.
tiering now. We're not ranking. We're tiering.
Yeah.
Okay, so S tier or highest tier. Is
Where does your Lord of the Rings land you, sir?
Well, here's the thing. Here's
Here
the
we
thing
go.
is I have turned, much like Gary, my passion and hobby and nerdiness into my job. So
Yes.
now it provides financial security to my wife, which
The sexiest
which is cool.
attribute ever.
Yeah, financial
Yes.
security for your
Girls love
significant
that.
other.
Girls
Yeah.
love that. I've
So
never had
I
that, and
think-
trust me, girls hate it when you don't have that. I'm a living proof.
I
of
think
that.
I'm the least nerdy guy in the studio.
Yeah, which
Yeah.
would make you the manliest
Oh, well, debatable.
by default.
I'm trying to think of the Venn diagram of manly and nerdy,
Well-
like macho and nerdy. What does that Venn
If-
diagram look like? Just
If-
2 distinct circles that look like on the opposite side of the scale.
That will never touch.
Yeah.
If we're putting Uncle Mike in the mix, he is the manliest man of all time. He is the William Regal of our crew. He's a man,
He is
real
so
man.
well, and here's the thing: it's 2024. You don't need to be man. You don't need to be a man to be manly. You don't need to be a man to be macho.
No, but Uncle Mike's the man because every single Tuesday, Matt from all the bands and I sit with Uncle Mike, and he talks about how I put up a fence, I built this, I made this happen.
All
I
while
done-" He's
having the
always
most
doing-
stylish beard on the
yeah,
earth.
and he's just so manly. Like, we
Yes.
talk about it over the top.
Okay, so then Matt from all the bands, fellow long hair like Uncle
Yeah.
Brando, and our good friend producer Gary, we call you
Yeah,
on
he,
Commander Cookout.
and Matt from all the bands and I, we joke that together we are about half the man that Uncle Mike is.
I know, but we got to remember we got to separate manliness from nerdiness because you
Yep.
can be both. Uncle
Well, of
Mike makes
course.
his own soap.
Yeah.
That's a frickin' nerdy.
We were in there today. You don't even know. You don't know the half of it. You just see all the math that goes into that, bro.
Oh,
So much math.
he's doing
and
frickin'
calculations.
he's doing science. He's
Yeah.
doing chemistry to make soap.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
It was. I
Yeah.
felt like we were making math today.
Okay. So Uncle Mike, second tier along with LB. You think?
I could give it to
Yeah,
him.
because his beard kind of excuses him from top tier.
Yeah.
Yes, yours does not.
Mm.
Not
It's
as
because
nice.
it's spotchy.
Ye-
Spotchy?
Is that a word?
No.
Okay. It's
No,
a homeless guy beard?
It's literally, it's got nothing in the middle. It's a beard comb over is what it is. I don't like talking about it. But when I go in to get it done, to our friends over at Blackstone, I'd say just take as much off as you can without losing the length.
Oh,
That's how I describe it
yes.
because it's like slowly leaving.
Yes, I am also length deficient.
It looks pretty good on camera today.
Oh, yeah, I
know,
always
you and
think it
I-
looks pretty
That's
good.
why I always say you and I together make a Brando.
Yep.
But we don't. Not even
Yeah,
close. 'Cause
Not
he's so
even
big.
close. Yeah, 3 pop cans stacked on top of each other.
Okay. I do want to run this by you before
Okay.
we invite the dragon on.
Sure. You mean S tier nerd?
Yes, of course. Thank you for
Yep.
fixing that. Coach Mazer is going to join us around 4:30 on the Zoom, and we're
Yes.
going to talk about
We didn't rank him.
all
but
of
that's
the
okay.
all of the jabronis out there complaining about the luxury tax in baseball, as the World Series has been announced.
Oh,
And with that announcement, finally, and this is why I say all the jabronis that have sat there and said for years and years, there shouldn't be a luxury tax. There shouldn't be a luxury tax. They never had that jump off point where it has led to the 2 teams that are literally double the league average in salary have met in the World Series. It's the first time.
that's
First
kind
time
of
ever.
Interesting point of trivia.
Yes. So with that in mind, you have 2 teams over, I think it's over 300 million, with the average team being about 150 million on their caps. And when you go over the luxury tax, you just pay money into the league. No harm, no foul.
Oh, okay. Before we get into this question,
Yes.
when you pay a luxury tax to the league, where does that money go and what is it used
Great
for?
question.
Does the league
Great.
just have
I
that
think
and pay
it's-
its owners?
No, I
or-
think it's like owner shares. Not owner shares, sorry. Like all the money goes in to the fund that helps bring up the Tampa Bays and bring up like all of the other teams that like Miami Marlins who don't make any money, and it brings them up to a level where they make money.
Okay.
So the luxury tax sort of pulls up the salaries
the
of the
small
lower
market
teams.
teams get some of that money in
It's all
like in
shared.
in
Yeah.
subsidies and
Yeah.
and
It's-
bonuses or paybacks from the league when they spend money to like improve their facilities, grants from the league maybe.
I'm assuming
Okay.
that Coach Mazer will know for sure. I'm under the assumption that it is sort of, hey, we pay all this money and then that money keeps everyone else afloat so teams don't go under.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
So with that in mind,
Not quite what we were going to talk about
No.
there, but now
Something to
we
think
can
about.
get into it. Okay.
and my
I'm ready.
big thing here is, yeah, this is finally a problem. You've been waiting years and years and years to complain about all these, well, not all these two teams spending all the money that have never really gone against each other.
Yep.
Sometimes, like the Dodgers are there every now and then. The Yanks haven't been to the World Series in
Since
like
2009.
over a decade, which is crazy.
Well, oh yeah,
Yeah.
since 2009. Yeah.
So
I thought it was 2019 for a minute.
I feel that. So that's sort of like the other side, been like, what are you talking about? This has never been a problem until right now. But now that it's a thing, everyone's on their high horse saying, see, I've been telling you, you have to have a salary cap.
Mm,
No.
mm. Can I answer your question with a question?
Yes.
Is it a problem?
No.
And can I answer my question to you by me?
Yes.
Okay. Is it a problem? I say no because okay, you look at who you got in the World Series. The spoiler alert, the Yankees
Yep.
versus the LA Dodgers.
Yep.
And you have got arguably the biggest face in baseball history
Ever.
playing, and arguably we will look back at in 2060 we'll say Shohei Ohtani was the best player to ever play the game.
Yep.
So big,
Mhm.
so big that the NLDS had more viewers in Japan than America. So big that in visitor team stadiums, when Ohtani was playing in visitor team stadiums, Japanese advertisers bought ad space in those stadiums
Mhm.
just for the 3 days he was playing there.
Yep.
Right? Okay, so that's the kind of player that in
Well, I got one more for you. He also single-handedly sank the Toronto Blue Jays organization.
oof.
By literally saying, yeah, I'll come play for you guys. So they made all the money available, said, we got you, Shoei. Then he said, just joke, see you later. And Mr. Rogers was like, well, we're not going to spend that money now. We're just going to let this top 5 team die.
Oof.
Sorry, I'm a little angry still.
Oof.
Continue, as you were.
So big so that number 1 in jersey sales, number 1 in Google searches when you like search player name or MLB, number 1.
Yep.
In virtually every single category, he's
Mhm.
number 1, and the $700 million, am I saying that right? 700 million? Oh, yeah, jeepers.
It's a lot of cake.
In 3 years, it's going to be paid for, right? Okay, so this is the best possible scenario for baseball,
That's
I
it.
think, salary cap notwithstanding, because you've got Shohei Ohtani, biggest player of all time,
Mhm.
and probably MVP for his league
Mhm.
against one of the other best two of the other best 2 players in the world in Juan Soto and Aaron Judge.
Maybe even 3 if you count Giancarlo, who won the AL MVP.
MVP, yeah.
Yeah,
His
ALCS
last
or whatever it
4
was, yeah.
hits, he went 4 for 19 in the ALCS, and all 4
Crushing
were home
ding-dongs.
runs.
It was
And one of them
crushing
was
ding-dongs.
117 freaking miles an
Yeah,
hour.
the guy's a beast.
Yeah, he's
When he's
lucky
healthy,
he's not
he
in
can
jail
do it.
for murdering people when they get hit with those balls.
Very fair.
Right?
Yeah.
So you've got, oh, and go back to the Dodgers for a minute. You got Mookie Betts,
love
multi-time
Mookie.
MVP there.
so
you go
good.
back to Teoscar, Silver Slugger, 2-time Silver Slugger,
Yeah.
and reigning.
Former Blue Jay. Oh, I love
Yeah.
him so
So you
much.
got the Toronto crowd who likes,
Yep.
and the Canada crowd who likes the Dodgers,
Mhm.
and you've got Teoscar reigning home run derby champion,
Yep.
right? Just won it. This
So
is
good.
the dream scenario for baseball, and you could argue that maybe like the Cleveland Guardians and
San Diego Padres?
no, the Cleveland Guardians and the New York Mets, maybe
Ooh, the
that would
Mets,
have
yeah, I
been
guess they would.
better in the United States viewership kind of category for baseball.
But worldwide.
But worldwide, because of because of who exactly the different players are, where they're from, and
Yep.
what teams they used to play for, and what teams it actually is. it's the best case scenario, and I don't want to hear about salary cap. I don't want to hear about it because at the end of the day, the people paying that money are A, getting what they want, and B, we as the consumer of the product that is baseball on TV is the highest quality product that we could be getting. We're getting the number one team versus the number one team. And it's going to be a great series. There's going to be big hits, big outs, big pitching, home runs. It's going to have everything that baseball. So many steals. Juan Soto, freaking Shohei Ohtani, right? This is who we want to see play.
Prestige worldwide. Boats and hose, baby.
Yeah.
What it's all about.
Yeah.
His name's Network Ryan. He's gone overtime, but he's so good we let him do it. Thanks so much, dude. Great to see you.
Only compliment I've ever gotten ever on your show.
You worked for it today. That was actually really good.
I'm not coming back.
I'm very happy with how that was. It's a great setup. We're going to continue that conversation with Coach Macer, a.k.a. Coach 2, in about 10 minutes or so. Right now, we got a guy here who I'd love to come to the stage. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for co-host of The Viewing Room. They call him the Dragon, a.k.a. Crab Dragoon, which is really catching on. I don't know if he likes that name very much.
Not at all.
Is it bad to be called Crab Dragoon?
Is it?
I don't know.
think so.
Yeah.
Is Ryan going to switch for us?
Crab Man. Hey, Crab Man. No, he doesn't have to switch. We don't need to switch.
His
He
butt
could if
is
he wants
so
to.
warm.
Yeah,
I
he
don't
runs
know.
a high heat. That's what happens with gingers.
It's like my dog when I like pet him. That's how warm he is.
Oh, that's so cute. How are you?
I'm good.
It's great to see you.
It's great to see you.
I'm so happy you're here. We had a lot of fun this afternoon, hey?
I know we've had a day together.
Tell
Yes.
everyone what we did. Tell my mom and dad what we did.
Okay. We went to Uncle Mike's All Natural Products in the city. And you know from All Out of Angst podcast.
Hell
And
yeah.
we recorded a little bit of a commercial for him. I guess commercial is what we're going to call it, I suppose.
Sort
a
of,
little
for
bit
now.
of a shindig at
We got
his-
some stuff
at his
coming up.
location.
Coming down the pipe? I think coming down the pipe is the term. We got some stuff coming down the pipe.
Exactly.
Yeah.
First,
Loving
I
humor.
want to say it smelled exactly how I imagined it.
So good.
Fantastic.
Right when you walk in, that storefront, man.
How does your mouth feel, by the way?
Little tigery. Touch.
Tigery. Yeah.
Just a bit.
A little soapy.
A little soapy.
fine.
But it was all for a great cause of this exciting little venture that we're starting.
Yeah.
And I'm very, very pumped for everything that we're doing.
How secretive are we being?
I don't know. We should ask the boss. How secretive are we being about this new thing we're doing? Oh, half and half. Okay. So, yeah, we
Okay.
have talked about it with Emily May, the newest member of our little family here. And basically, she's going in and showing off, is what we can say. It's a new show that she's starting, but it's also turning into, as I've been saying before, I want to run like little 15-second commercials that are actually funny and enjoyable instead of like actual commercials that you see or hear. So I want to do that, and this is sort of a springboard to get into that as well as we test little things out as
Yeah.
we go forward. You were the man, though. You were in your element today, my friend.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun getting to use the skills that I went to school for, and in that kind of film realm, talking, filming and editing and stuff. And so, yeah, it was a great way to spend an afternoon. And I gotta say, it was very reminiscent of like Breaking Bad in the sense where we were in a lab and it smelled delicious.
It's like a mix of Breaking Bad and Fight Club.
Sure, exactly. Yeah, and seeing big vots of things and containers of soap. And
Vots? Are they vats?
Vats or vots?
Vots. Man, you should have saw the size of his vots, bro.
I don't know why
Dude's
I said vot.
packing.
I don't know why I said vot.
It's all good.
The vat. That doesn't even no matter how I say it, doesn't sound right.
Yeah,
in my
that's
opinion.
right.
Vat.
That was the right way of saying it.
But yeah, no, it's cool. It smells great, and it's an art at the end of the day.
Yeah.
And I think, we all knew it's a hard process,
Yeah.
and it's time consuming. But I think getting to see how many steps there are and all the different machines and stuff that I don't know a single name of, it sheds light on how cool it is, right?
And that's
so,
the whole idea behind this thing that we're starting to do. In
Yeah.
that, you can hear a million times. They'll say, "Hey, Uncle Mike, you know him from his all natural products," and they are literally all natural. He's taken all of the chemicals and all the other stuff that everyone else puts in there, taken them out, and has given you this. You hear that, but you don't know what that means or what it entails when you say that. So to get behind sort of to jerk the curtain a bit and to see how he makes sure that you're getting very high quality soaps without all of the garbage that everyone else put in there is very not only nice to see but reassuring when you're buying something that's all natural.
Exactly. You don't miss the chemicals,
Right.
right? You miss it when you go back to the chemicals. You know what I mean?
Spoken like a true junkie. Yeah.
Um,
Very well said, young man.
but no, it was fantastic, and I have just so much respect for Uncle Mike and all the hard work he does in making these products. And
It's crazy when you see just him too, eh?
yeah,
Like it's just him in there grinding away.
yeah, I know. I just it would be awesome to really get in there and just spend a day with him and his process and stuff. But yeah, he's a multitasker. He does 18 things at once all the time. And, and free labor, yeah. And yeah, it was just a great experience, and I don't know how else we would have gotten that opportunity, and I'm excited to showcase it later.
Me too. And the
Whenever.
the showcase is one of the biggest parts of this too, because this is how we can show. It's like a demo tape. I was saying we can show people this is how we can actually show you off with your business. And once people see it, like, oh, okay, that makes sense. Let's do it. And then it just leads
Yeah.
to more people coming together and getting on the same page as let's make this world a better place. Let's do this. Makes
Yeah.
me very happy.
Absolutely.
So we'll talk with him more tomorrow when he gets in. But I want to talk to you about the viewing room. New episode dropping tomorrow. I say it all the time. I almost sounded like you're Trump there for a second. New episode tomorrow. Check it out. I'm a bad Trump.
You're just making me want.
I want to just because I know you'll do it, but not yet. The world isn't ready for you, Donald Trump.
I don't. Yeah.
Shane Gillis, look out. He's coming after you. Viewing room. I'm still sad that it's not Batman anymore because it's my favorite Batman movie. We talked about that on Friday.
Yes.
We've moved on. Where are we going tomorrow, my friend?
We're gonna be talking about Ghostbusters, the OG Ghostbusters. In my opinion, the best Ghostbusters movie.
Are you a big Ray Parker Jr. fan?
Yes.
Even during Halloween?
Even during, I think it's a little old during Halloween, actually.
I don't know why you would say that. So the movie you love. Okay, my favorite, and I had no idea. This is why I love producing the viewing room, is because I learn without even knowing. It's like learning by osmosis or whatever the kids call it, where you just sit around it and it goes in your brain. Eddie Murphy.
Yes.
Eddie Murphy was supposed to be in Ghostbusters.
Did we talk about that on the show?
We did.
Or did we talk about it
No,
afterwards?
no, we talked about it on the show, and
Yeah.
because Winston's your favorite character.
Mm-hmm. Favorite Ghostbuster.
Sorry, yes, favorite Ghostbuster. Everyone knows Slimer's the greatest character of all time.
In the second movie, yeah, Winston Zedmore is for sure my favorite character.
Because he's actually been written into the script.
Yeah, in the first movie, I think it kind of falls more to Peter Venkman or Bill Murray, but yeah, originally it was supposed to be Eddie Murphy, and we talked about this on the show yesterday, but Eddie Murphy wouldn't do it, or they couldn't get him, whatever the reason was, and so they cut that kind of role out, and they were
So
like,
cool to me.
let's make our main comedic character Peter Venkman or Eddie Murphy and give him double the screen time. And yeah, it's just an interesting fact because, you look and Winston Zedmore does feel, out of place. His character doesn't seem like he should be there. He's kind of shoehorned in the middle. And yeah, that's something we talk about. So,
Very cool. What
there you
else? What else do we have to look forward to? Keep pumping the tires, my friend, as you got a big release tomorrow.
yeah. Okay. Well, I'm trying to think what else. You were there. You recorded our.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was great. That's what I'm saying.
Okay. Well, what else did we talk about? I'm trying to remember. What we
Oh,
talked
I
about.
see. You want to actually talk about stuff that you touched. You don't want to tease anything.
Well, you want me
You
to
can make up.
tease?
You can make up anything. You could say, "Dude, Dragon did half the show with his shirt off. Check it out."
Wow. Yeah, I did.
Oh yeah, and his pants off.
That's one of the greatest things about podcasting that I learned is we just do all the shows in our underwear because we just sit down and talk, right?
Yep,
and
that's it.
you wouldn't know unless Network Ryan hit camera number 4 right now. If I
Oh
had
yeah,
pants
Maggie
on.
Cam might show up there. Hey, you're lucky Maggie's
But-
there because I would have booed that. I was gonna boo you so fast for wearing pants. You're very lucky. Look at that pup.
But no, it's been fun doing stuff with Adam. That's what I'm gonna say.
He's a sweet man, hey.
He's pretty awesome.
Hey, he finally. Well, I guess I can't talk about that. He's got big things happening too.
You want me to talk about the thing tomorrow?
Which thing?
Possibly.
Which thing?
The
Are you bringing a vacuum in here?
the Is that-
Oh
did
no!
you-
Yeah, no. That's definitely got to be a surprise.
That's got to be
I gotta
surprised.
say, yeah, 'cause
Okay.
that's gonna be really cool.
Okay. Well, that was enough of a teaser, anyways.
Yeah, when you're an international man of mystery like Dragon is, along with LB, a couple of them, they get into some crazy shenanigans. I always say you guys would be the best secret agent service in the world. You have everything you need to be able to pull it off.
Yeah. How many secret agents do you know that have a podcast?
The whole point is we'll never know. I know a bunch,
True.
but you'll never know.
True.
If you do know, they're not very good secret agents.
Yeah. Well, I should say too. I guess we could double tease because our next episode after tomorrow is Emperor's New Groove.
Ah, that one was really fun. I
That's
learned
my
about
favorite
you
movie.
do a
One of my favorite movies.
great
Kronk. Yeah.
Patrick Warburton, is that his name?
Yeah.
Yeah, the guy that loves the
Sorry.
Devils from Seinfeld. Putty.
Yeah.
Putty's his name.
Yeah.
You can do that one for us right now, right? It's
You
not
want me
that-
to do?
Yeah, it's not that. It's,
Right. Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty
Really?
good.
Yeah.
Yeah. He thought
Give me
he
some
thought it was good. You want more?
yeah.
No.
Give me some more. Good.
Right. I got you covered. The poison. The poison of Cusco. Cusco's poison. Yeah.
Which brings
was
me
like,
to my next
Hey,
point.
Peter.
Oh, man. We need to get on Curtis Anderson,
Yeah.
family member of this very family right here. He has been working on some stuff that needs some voice acting on, and I'm telling you, you're one of the guys for sure. You're going to be right in there.
Yeah, we'll make it happen.
Like Patrick Warburton, dude, that guy, like Brock Sampson. You ever watch the Venture Brothers?
No, I haven't. No.
Go Team Venture. Brock Sampson is one of the greatest characters of all time. I highly recommend looking him up. That's all I'm going to say. But if you've seen the Venture Brothers, you know the reason it's one of the greatest cartoons of all time is because of that man.
Yeah.
It was very well done. Anything else you got going on?
No, I don't think so. Do we? Do you know something I don't?
Probably not, man. I don't know anything. You know, everyone always says, yeah, you run the place. You're the guy that owns it. It's like, no, I really don't think I am or do because I don't know or run anything. I just come in here and hang out.
Yeah.
You
Well,
know?
we got our AOAs tomorrow.
Yes,
for the
sir.
show, and we'll talk about the experience with Uncle Mike. and
Yes.
I think, you know,
And you're on the ones and twos again tomorrow, right?
I will be here tomorrow.
Nice.
Yeah. And otherwise, yeah, viewing room tomorrow. We got Ghostbusters, and it's going to be a good one.
And this is your official Halloween spooktacular, is that correct?
Yeah, it might be. We also have The Shining on Friday. Coliseum Presents
super
at the
creepy.
Roxy.
Ron, bringing in the heavy hitters.
Yeah, so we'll see. We might do a viewing room on that and then like push the release or something, and then next week do The Shining. We'll see. We haven't fully decided how that's going to work,
Yeah.
but otherwise, yes, this will be our spooky movie for the spooky season.
Just
And-
realized that my hand was stuck over there. It should be like coming up.
That's true.
I'm coming up.
Am I getting
Okay.
booted off now?
I think so. We got to check if Maze is there. He might be on the Zoom
do it.
right now.
Let's make it
All right,
happen.
ladies and gentlemen, he is the co-host of the viewing room and my favorite dude.
Thanks for having me.
Good handshake. That was nice.
Yeah.
He's the Dragoon. See, you get cheered out. Cheer for that man. Right, Marge? Well done. You know, we talk about it all the time. The people. Everyone says, yeah, you can be whatever, this or that or the other thing, but it's the people that make a place. And that's why this place is so magical, because all of our people, Network Ryan was talking earlier about nerdiness and just how nerdy we all are here. And that's sort of been the common ground for a lot of us, because when you go through life and you're really nerdy, it can be a little hard. I always say we're just a big group of outcasts that sort of found each other, and now we get to thrive together as a family because we're all of the same mind that nerds are cool, man. You know? The nerds made it. I said it the second that that dad bods became hot and nerds became jocks, I was in heaven. I was like, man, how am I not like the sexiest man alive? Like, move over, Bradley Pitts. Put me in there, coach. Obviously, I'm being facetious. We all can tell that. Is he lining up around there? Ooh, hoo, hoo, hoo. All right, I'm going to keep dancing for a little bit longer. Should I do a little shout out to my friend? Right here on Saturday, I went there. Ryan got to see how sad I was. That's my sweet, beautiful B-Rad Israd, a.k.a. Doc Brown, one of the greatest human beings I've ever met. I've always said, man, it's going to be really sad when I go to a funeral and they play Bro Hymn. And sure enough, Friday night, there I go doing the Trump impression again. Friday night, there I am with my good buddy. Shout out to Matt Berg, my favorite people. Hooked me up with a ticket to go see Pennywise, and Pennywise always closes with Bro Hymn. So Friday night, we got to see it live in person, and then Saturday afternoon, we went and said goodbye to our sweet, beautiful Bradley, a.k.a. B-Rad, Israd, a.k.a. Doc Brown. And they played Bro Hymn at the funeral. That's when I lost it. I did pretty good until that point, and I was like, come on, man. Are we at that point now where I have to start enjoying punk rock at funerals because my friends are dying? And we are. So, very good reminder to, what's the saying? Live every day like it's your last, or at least just be happy while you can. Well, you got it. All the cliches, they all apply. But this was one hell of a good dude right there. So all the love to my beautiful, beautiful Brad. Love him so much, and he will be greatly, greatly, greatly missed. It was a very good funeral too. Like it was one of those ones. Yeah, but you know what I mean, right? Like it wasn't in a church. It was at like in the basement at the Air Force or the Legion, which was super cool. Everyone wore hockey jerseys, and that was super awesome. And I was laughing because the last time I got to wear a jersey to a funeral was my other very close buddy Doobie, who we celebrate all the time around here. I wore a red tie that I wore at one time, and I wore it around my head as a bandana. And you had to wear Red Wings gear, so I had a Red Wings shirt on, and that's hanging up in my living room right now. And now the Boston Bruins jersey I wore to Brad's going away party is sitting right beside Doobie's. Nice little red tie. So the boys they have our backs, and they're watching over us, which is always good. As we now shift to another one of my favorite people in the world, a dude who has a little bit of a sore Tim-Tums, he says. Let's see how he's holding up. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to say hello to coach number 2. There he is. Did you cut your hair?
I did, bud.
Oh, I just finished talking you up, and then you do that?
Well,
You look great. I love your flow.
it was time. I had to get rid of it. I woke up and it was bugging me, so I cut my hair.
Yeah. You know, it's like, I guess it's okay that at least you got a haircut you can set your watch to. I appreciate that. But
What does that mean?
it's just like Johnny Unitas, you know? It's from The Simpsons. I don't really know much. How's your Tim Tums? You holding up okay?
Yeah, just not feeling quite right today. You know what I think? We had some parent parties this weekend for the
Oh,
kids hockey, and we don't drink, so it's not a big deal to go to these things. But we thought it'd be funny to get Dairy Queen dilly bars and Buster bars and bring them. Everyone brings something. So Sarah's like, why don't just as a joke? So we did that, and then it was kind of funny. We're sitting in a circle, and the good people, the Thawburgers garage, and we're just in a circle talking, and then slowly these dilly bars get handed around instead of a joint or maybe a shot or
a bottle of Yag.
They did bars, but you know what? I think I'm DQ intolerant, Gary. I think
we both are.
there's something in that creamy stuff that sounds like a faucet today.
I can tell you, as a guy who has been intolerant with ice cream his entire life, if you work hard enough at it, you can overcome that intolerance. All it takes is one log cake per week. By about the third or fourth one, your body starts to accept that it's being destroyed from the inside out, and you just go with it. Clearly not actual medical advice. I'm just telling you, if the Princess Bride taught us anything, it's that if you eat enough of that little bit of poison, you can withstand the big poison.
Another reference I don't understand.
Well, that's fair enough. So, you, my friend, are my go-to baseball guy. Network Ryan actually started a really good conversation that I'm excited to keep going with you. As we decided,
I heard a bit.
It's time. Did you hear it? Did you hear our little talk? Or were you busy modeling around there? Oh, you did. So you know exactly where we're going with all the losers out there that have been complaining about baseball not having a salary cap finally get to wave their flag and say, see, a told us so, an effing a told us so. You can't have a league like this, when it's the first time probably in forever that the two top luxury tax, I guess, targets are meeting in the World Series. There's been one.
Right.
There's never been the evil Empire and the go-get-'em Dodgers. Your thoughts on the need for a salary cap in baseball? Maybe start by explaining how the luxury tax works. Because that we sort of got into that a little bit. We weren't sure where that extra money went. I was pretty sure it was revenue sharing, but I don't know. I'm a dummy.
Well, I can go back and forth here. Hold on.
Okay.
So I was going to explain it how I understood it, but I might as well just look it up and say what it is. So the MLB luxury tax states that the top spending teams must pay a tax if they spend over a predetermined threshold for player salaries. So this year was 237 million.
Ooh.
Okay. And it's like that from, I think it was 2022 to 2026. 237 is that first thresholds, and then there's many thresholds. So if you get up past that first one, for every dollar spent over that threshold, you have to pay tax on. So if you're at 237 million and $1, you'll pay $1 into the tax, right?
Okay.
and then there's other thresholds that if they keep going, I think it's 278 and 350 million. If you get to 278, it doubles. If you get to 350, it like triples or something like that. But funds obtained from these taxes are to be redistributed according to the parameters defined in the CBA, which I have on a different page. I'll get to that. To the teams that spend the least on their payroll. That's how it initially happened, right? So it was meant to discourage excessive spending at the top of the food chain and encourage small market teams to spend more. There are some flaws to it, because if the money's being redistributed to the low spending teams, then there's no incentive to spend at all. If you're having people come through the gate, you're making a little bit of money on that, you're not spending any money that you're making, and then the less amount that you spend, you're getting it back from all the high spending teams that don't care, they're there to win and they want to go. So that's
Tampa Bay and Miami right there, right?
Right, essentially. So yeah, 237. Then if we go to, oh crap, stupid timeouts.
Well, here, I'll throw something
Build
at you.
internet, but hey, check this out. I can go. Hold on, Gary.
You gotta hold on for one more
Okay.
day.
But another thing that you said, that it's the two highest spending teams. Well, that's not true. The Mets were the highest spending team this year. They spent $350 million
dollars
this
they
year.
weren't even supposed to be in the playoffs. They had to.
No, but they were
They had to
going
bring in
crazy.
Grimace to make it in, bro.
Yeah, but they went for it last year.
Yeah, until Endy
then
got hurt at the Classic.
So they did a bit of tinkering, and then it worked out. So that just goes to show. I don't know if I'm going to find this here. Oh, 2024. Oh, geez. Phones suck, you know? Okay,
Yeah.
the first three. Okay, from 2022 on. So there's been a few rule changes of where the money's distributed. So the first 3.5 million funds go to player benefits. So all the benefits that players have, once 3.5 million's hit, then the next half of whatever's left of the remaining sum is used to fund contributions to MLPA players' individual retirement accounts.
Nice.
So it covers that. So that's good. The other half of the remaining sum is then distributed by the commissioner to pay clubs. So the selected bottom barrel teams, essentially, that have grown their non-media net local revenue over a multi-year period. So it incentivizes clubs to increase ticket sales, fan engagement, and other revenue generators that most likely rely on increasing payroll.
Make it yourself. Don't rely on this stupid thing. Do it yourself.
Right. So I'm not, I'm just reading there. So, I mean, you go back a couple of years and the lowest salary spent team, I think, was the Pirates one year at 60 million, and there was a bunch of things, but this year was Oakland at 81 million. Now there's a lot of different factors. It doesn't mean just roster payroll. I was looking at spottrack.com, which is a good one to get all that nerdy info. Spot Track, SPOTRAC.com. But I find that their website's hard to navigate, so you got to trust the Google to find the page within the website that you want to look at, and then you just ask Google, like ask Jeeves. I usually ask Jeeves.
I miss Jeeves. Is Jeeves still around? Can we still ask him stuff?
Yeah, it's just ask now. It's not as cool.
I need my
I feel like I'm talking. Like that was the original Siri, Jeeves.
Yeah, totally. He was cool.
If I had a one of those robots that are going to take over the world and like look like you or me,
like the Rob robot from the original Nintendo.
And then mine will be named Jeeves.
Okay. I like
so anyway, the LA Dodgers spent 340 million. Okay.
A lot.
That was good for 98 wins and a World Series appearance. Mm-hmm. The New York Yankees spent 314 million, 94-68 World Series appearance. The Mets were 89 and 73, made it to the NLC. Yeah, Atlanta, that was heavily favored going into the year. They were 89 and 73. They spent 278. Kind of petered out at the end, but they've had good years in the past. The Phillies are at 262, 95-67. Houston, 260 million, 88 and 73. San Fran, 248 for an 80 82 record. They kind of stunk it up. They were desperate and just spent some money. It looked good during the year and it fit. And the players that they spent the money on did well, but it didn't result into wins overall.
Yes, sir.
Toronto spent $235 million for a record of 74 and 88.
God.
Now, that's investment that they've been building up to go for it. And I know you were saying that you're upset that they just didn't spend any money after Ohtani, but the Ohtani was
Not just didn't spend any money, didn't spend any money they made available to go get Ohtani. That's the piss off.
That money wasn't available for anything but Ohtani because it wasn't. You see how Ohtani's contract was set up.
I get it. No, I get
everything.
I get the
And
reasoning.
Everything been credit. So they go and sign. Who is another guy? What's his name? Jock Peterson. So Jock Peterson comes, big Jock. He's not going to return the $20 million or $18 million over 3 years. And he didn't perform. He was fine, but he wasn't going to move the needle on the Jays season. So what was there in the market wasn't there. So I understand
not asking for that.
At the time, but when you look at all those players that were available,
Mhm.
I would, if you rewind the clock, go back at all those names that we were discussing.
Yeah.
Some got injured, some didn't perform well.
Yeah, but you don't know that at the time. Show that you're
bet.
trying. That's all I'm saying. Just show me that you're trying. Don't say
They
we're
spent
totally trying.
$234 million.
No.
235.
Okay. Here's another one for you. Can I move
Okay.
on to the next topic here?
Sure.
The thought of basically all of those teams that, I guess, benefit from revenue sharing being nothing more. And I saw actually someone said this today, saying, this is why we need a salary cap. All this luxury tax does is make all the other low budget teams just farm teams for the Yankees and the Dodgers. Do you feel that is true? Because there's a lot of fact stuck in that outrageous statement. All of these lower end teams, their best players always end up getting traded to the Yankees or the Dodgers for a big, huge contract.
I mean, it's still a business that they're running, and they come from different. Their TV deals are different. Their community sizes are different. Everything's different, and they're running a business. So I think there needs to be a salary floor that should
like
adjust,
NHL.
especially, well, just like if there is sharing going involved and you are being helped and you are making efforts to increase payroll and bring out more fans, then you should spend that money and you should be forced. Oh, am I still there?
Yeah, I got
You should be forced to spend that money on it. I think you've seen it a little bit like Oakland, who completely just tanked in order to move, right? And they have nobody there, but they did really well with considering with all the young guys that they had. They still somehow spent $81 million. I'd have to look. I don't understand how they spent that money.
I bet you they spent it on sewer repairs so poop would stop flowing through their dugouts.
Maybe. Yeah, I don't know where it was. I don't know if that number would land on the spot track for expenses. I think that'd fall under a different category.
I'll ask Dad. I'll ask him how much it would cost to make sure that the sewer stops flooding into the field.
So I think you need a floor, but I honestly, the older I get, and I don't know why this is, I am confident that the league should change. And I've said this to you before. I don't know if we've said it on your show before, but almost like a European soccer or football system, where you have to promote and graduate into the higher league, and you'll move some teams that are maybe struggling. So they're rebuilding. So maybe they go down a division. So maybe the AL1 will have 7 teams and NL1 will have 7 teams, and then AL2 will have 9 or 8 teams, and the NL2 will have 8 teams, and they'll play the league. Hold on. They'll play the league. You'll play those teams a little bit more than you do the top division, and it's structured by schedule, but the winner of the lower division will make playoffs. They'll have a lock, and they'll still have a chance to win this World Series. I just think something needs to be done to separate that. Do you have a skeleton hand in the air to have me to stop talking?
Yeah, just whenever you're done.
All right, I'm good. I can stop whenever.
So, with that in mind, does baseball not already have the perfect setup for that with the million minor league teams with AAA, AA, single A, high A, low A, intro. They have so many leagues already. There could be something there.
Right. Yeah, that's different though. I don't think so. I think you still want to be in the major leagues. Like if you're an owner and you have this business model set up and you're in the highest level and you're expected to pay guys 30 million a year, a pitcher 18 million a year. The minor league guys aren't getting paid that. So yeah, you have player graduation and you have leagues based on the development of players to get them to the highest level. So your product on the field is the best product possible, but the teams aren't playing at the same. Go ahead, sir, with the skeleton.
Another example of that would be the World Juniors and those tournaments where they have like qualifiers, like all those, like you said, soccer does it, been doing it forever. But like the World Juniors, there's always like Norway and these different teams that are fighting just to get in to be those bottom end teams at the juniors trying to make some noise. Then you get every now and then you get a goalie who comes in and makes 70 saves in the game, and all of a sudden he's getting drafted.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, you get some Latvian goalie that nobody's heard of, or he's played some league and he does unreal. I know that the flaw to my comment is the Yankees have been poor in the past, so it's like there's no way that they would want to play in a lower division. But I think if it's still within the same league and you still have a chance to win the World Series, just your schedule's different, so it doesn't. You're not getting completely punished for rebuilding a team.
Yeah.
You still have to spend at the floor. But I think it would just be interesting. You just get those heavy hitters playing, like those top teams playing each other every single night. And so ratings might go down a little bit for the other ones, but I think they'd still, viewership would still be decent for that. So that's just my idea to solve that. I don't think you need a salary cap. They have a system in place. The fact is that they make a buttload of money and they're not even spending close to what they're making. So there needs to be something. Go ahead, sir, with this skeleton hand.
I want to say hi to our friend Dax over at propertyguys.com, doing great things. Hello, Dax. We love and appreciate you greatly. With all that in mind, we got a couple more minutes left here before we wrap her up on the Monday edition of your show. I would like to know from you, my friend, who is going to win the World Series? We've done enough talk about all the other stuff on the outside. Let's step on the field. Let's put on our managerial caps and see who takes home this, finally, this battle of the juggernauts. This is what everyone's talked about forever. We never get this.
Let's see here. So not a lot of stats on paper. LA won 4 more games this year.
Interesting. Did they ever play head-to-head?
I don't know, actually. I don't think they did this year.
I thought every team had to play each other at least twice.
No.
No, that's just me being crazy again. That was, Network Ryan saying first time this year.
I don't know if they
Every
could.
other team once, not twice.
Yeah, one series.
Are
One
you
series.
sure?
That's what he's telling me. He's right here.
Like, who won then?
I don't know.
Instead of playing interdivision for 18 or 19 games, they only play interdivision.
Yeah, for like a month or something.
For 13 games.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Got
lied
all
to you. Hey, here we are. I looked
There
it
he
up.
goes. He's got it.
June 9th, 8th, and 7th. So it went backwards on the Google machine. Dodgers won 2-1 on June 7th.
Okay.
The Dodgers won 11-3 on June 8th.
Okay.
And the Yankees won 6-4 on June 9th. And you know what? I think that's a pretty good feel for what's going to happen. I would say it's a 6-game series. It won't go 7, and the Dodgers will win.
Wow. Who do you got pitching? Is Yoshi going to throw? My man Yoshi Yamamoto?
I don't know. Yeah, he kind of got they let him go. They're kind of deceptive with how they're going to utilize him that one game.
Yeah,
and then
I think it's because he knew he was on my fantasy team. I ruined him.
And then what did he do? He threw 4 innings before he got pulled, and he was lights out. But they're like, yeah, he's going to start for sure. Maybe throw an inning. So I bet you you'll see him as well. But he's definitely not getting the start. But
who else do they
I'm
got
curious
in LA for pitchers?
But what's that?
Who's in their rotation? Like, who are we going to see?
I don't know, man.
Me either.
I don't know who's starting. I don't know where they left off.
Yeah. I know the Yankees got a guy named Garrett Cole who's pretty good.
Yeah. Meh. But you know what? Yeah, there's Bueller made an appearance too, but I don't know if he's starting.
Yeah.
But he's not that strong. So who did you ask, Jeeves?
I didn't ask Jeeves. I was hoping you'd be my Jeeves.
No, I was the salary cap guy.
Okay, that's fair. No, I'm just the problem with these teams is both of them could roll out an 8-man rotation and still beat most of the teams because their staffs are so stocked up from all those luxury tax buys that they've been making.
It is crazy that, I mean, the Dodgers don't have Ohtani pitching, and they're
still in the World Series.
and they're still in the World Series.
Unbelievable.
They have a guy that's going into the Hall of Fame that they decided not to have on their
Clayton Kershaw
playoff roster,
Yeah.
right? So, 2-minute read 5 hours ago. Probable pitchers. See, it's
Here we
not
go.
even announced yet, bud.
Let's see it.
It's not even announced yet. They don't have it out.
Well, why-
Probable starters. Probably Garrett Cole
Mhm.
and LA's to be determined.
Dude, do you think they'll come down to a point where they're like, all right, Shohei, we know you haven't tossed all year, but can you give us a couple innings?
I don't think so, but I think he said he could probably throw an inning in relief. That would be amazing. So
How
game
sick would
6,
that be? Yeah, man. After
fire
hitting,
run.
go lock them down and then
We don't want
be
to
the first
go
one up and
7.
sock a walk-off dinger to win the World Series after you pitch for the save or something like that.
Mm.
Something crazy.
I'm
I don't
crushing some BioSteel right now.
Hey, what flavor?
I mixed some watermelon with lemon lime. And it
Watermelon,
is-
lemon lime.
Yeah, it's like a fruit punch. It's really good.
I love
It's
it.
helping everything here.
This is good. Well, I'm happy you're feeling better. You want to stay for the playout? We got to get Frankie's fingers going here.
Yeah, let's go.
All right. Dragoon, you're up. You now have 2.5 minutes, my friend. Anything else you want to touch on? What's going on in Coach's World?
No, I had some things to go, but we did everything. I just locked myself out of my phone, so I got nothing.
Perfect. You don't need it, man. Those phones, they'll run your life.
Well, I tried to write some things down for you, but
You did great.
Yeah.
Everyone did great today.
that's about it.
That's what I love about this show so much, Coach, is that like Brooksy was supposed to be on today, another couple people who were supposed to be on today, and even when like 3 or 4 people can't make it, we still have guys that are like, yeah, I can hop on for a quickie, and we still put out a great show, which is very, very cool. So I'm pretty proud of that.
How much money do you think that your pods paid this year?
My pods paid?
Yeah, they paid their players. How much was their payroll?
I know it's a lot. But if it was over 300, they would have told me. So I'm gonna say like 294.
No, it's 228
Oh my goodness, very impressive.
allegedly,
all those
according
guys,
to Spot Track.
Machado-
So
Machado and Tatis alone, man. Not even counting their pitching staff. There's got to be some big numbers in there.
that's huge. And then the Jays, though, 235. Their goal, with all those year-end deals that they made and moved, the goal is to get under the luxury tax. So they're under. So you know what that means?
What's that?
Absolutely nothing. But I think it might give us the optimism that they're going to spend in the offseason here.
Yeah. I'm happy one of
Juan
us thinks
Soto.
that. I'm telling you, there's no chance they're doing
Juan-
anything. I'm convinced
Juan
that
Soto.
Atkins and Shapiro want to see the franchise dead. That's the only reason they're still there, and they're not leaving until the Blue Jays don't exist anymore. I'm at that point. I'm done with these guys. Clean house, man.
But
House
you-
is-
the
their
good,
house is
the
grosser
good
than
sign
mine.
is when they leave, their teams that they leave still do good. Look at the Guardians. Still winning. So as
Yeah.
soon as they leave, we'll have
Get rid
10
of 'em.
years of
That's
baseball.
what I'm saying. Get rid of them now.
Yeah. But they did okay when they were there too.
Yeah.
Juan Soto next year, bud.
I'll take them all day. I just think that's hilarious that
He's there.
Okay, well, I'm gonna be confident. I'm with you. To Coach number 2, thank you for talking to us about luxury taxes. We greatly appreciate it. Network Ryan, thank you for filling in as well. Dragon, thank you. And everyone, remember, karma's very real. Do good things; they'll start happening to you. All right. Thanks so much, Coach. We'll see you tomorrow.